Hello everybody and welcome on board this Westerly Medway for a look around her cockpit and interior in virtual reality. So what does that mean for you? Well, that means you can look around where you like, when you like. You don't have to look where I'm looking. All you need to do is click and drag or swipe your screen to look up, down, left or right whenever you like. And we hope that this amazing new feature will allow you to feel what it's like to be on the boat. Now, some people are sensitive to camera movement. If that may be you, I will let you know when the camera is going to be moved so you can avert your eyes, and then once the camera is safely back down, I will let you know so you can return to the tour with me. But let's hope that doesn't happen. And it is a very hot day today, so please do excuse any dabbing. And so here we are, we're in the cockpit. As you can see, we've got nice high coamings here, so I'm feeling like I'm really enveloped away from any rough weather, etc, etc, which is really handy. Just a bit of a step over to the outer decks. You can see that we've got seating to the starboard side, seating to port for at least 2 people, very nice. Wooden lined as well, so nice warm bums. And we've got windows down here letting light, I think ventilation, down to the accommodation below, which we'll see as well. We can see that the main sheet traveller is in the middle, right in the middle of the cockpit here, so we do have to watch out when we're jibing or tacking even, although we have quite a high boom here, but obviously this couldn't get in the way, and it entails a hop around to the helm if you need to get to there or from there. But the flip side of that means that we've got the main sheet right near the helm, so if you're short-handed or solo, you can do this yourself with no bother at all. Just behind the helm, well, we can see we've got the helm steering, we've got the compass here, we've got the throttle down to the starboard side, a lovely great big lazarette across the aft end of the cockpit, and you can't see, but either side of this nice, tall and wide spray hood with good windows around it as well. We've got 2 self-taining sheet winches, port and starboard here, just around the outside, but it might be around the outside, but we can still operate it quite easily, I think. And we've got a small spinnaker sheet there as well, a spinnaker winch there too. So all in all, nice and open, but feeling nice and enclosed, and everything to hand, including the engine controls, which are over there on the port side. And then just to mention the coach roof here where you're sitting, as you can see, we've got brakes to starboard, brakes to port, and a self-tailing halyard winch there as well, so should be able to control most of those boat sailing evolutions from within the cockpit without getting too wet and without the danger of going up forwards in inclement weather. Very good. Okay, let's pick you up for the first time, and we'll go down the companionway, nice and easy, quite steep steps but nice and easy, and I'll place you in the galley first. There we go, so you've got a view of the whole saloon here, but we're just going to concentrate in this area for now. So what we have here is a nice wide companionway, nice and deep, so nice and easy to get down. We've got the engine box here, ladder comes away, we can see the front of the engine, and we can see the side, the port side of the engine and the starboard through there as well, so good access for the engineers who will love you for it. We've got handholds down here, and in that bad weather, as we come down, you can see we've got lovely big fiddles here, we've got pillars here, we've got a pillar here, and we can make our way forwards via the fiddles, via the compression post, etc. So really good in a blow, and also there are no really wide passageways or companionways here, so if we want to brace in, guess what? We can. It's a Westerly and they thought of that really good. As you come down to the steps or the companionway, you might turn left or right immediately and turn aft, and we've got these aren't cabins because they have no doors on them, but they are nice and out of the way, nice long wide berths with storage beneath and behind, but basically once you're in, you've got limited headroom, but once you're in, you're only going to sleep in there or kip whilst you're off watch, so really nice, we've made use of all that space. Moving forward from that, you've got the galley, which is where you're sitting. You're sitting above the refrigerator compartment. To the left here, inboard, we've got a nice twin sink arrangement, hot and cold running water, cupboards underneath. We've got a cooker with 2 burners to the starboard aft side of the galley, and we've got the usual kind of cup holders, pan stowages, etc, etc. And from here, all the way down the starboard side and some of the port side, we've got nice deep lockers, absolutely loads of them. This one's fitted out for cutlery by the looks of it, but loads and loads of storage all over this boat, which is amazing. Head height test, so I'm 5'9", or nearly 5'10", and as you can see, there's lots of room down here, so up to the 6 footers should be good, I think. You can see the headlining has had a clean. I think it could be cleaned further. It's blotchy in places, you know, we're not getting the droop everywhere. You can see every now and again there's a little bit, but actually pretty good overall. And you can see also we've got 4 really nice opening windows down here, so lots of light and ventilation into what is quite a large space. Very good. Right, so let's pick you up and I'll take you through to the saloon so you can sit and appreciate where you might be having your dinner, having drinks, entertaining, or maybe a dance, because there's enough room down here for it. Loads of space for seating. We've got a very wide and long berth to starboard, very wide and longer berth to port. I think that may make into a double, to be confirmed. We've got storage behind the seats, below the seats, and again, as I mentioned, we've got the cupboards following all the way around, so tons of storage. We've got a nice floor. Now it's this boat is worn, she's of an age, but she's vintage. We've got that feeling down here. So if you wanted to give the flooring a renovation into, if that's not the right word, sorry, if you wanted to renovate the flooring, you could do so. The flooring has got really, really good access to the bilge underneath as well, but it is commensurate with the age of the boat, which I actually quite like. And the rest of the woodwork and the rest of the boat is like that as well. So there we go. Right, I can't open the saloon table for you, but this leaf does lift up. You're on it, so I can't do it. We lift up there, and we've got a lovely great big table there, so no worries at all. Right then, let's pick you up, and we'll take you first of all for a little foray into the heads. There we go. So as you can see, we've got great head height in here. We've got a nice opening window. We have a shower with a proper volume, nearly said volume control, temperature control. We've got stowage outboard. We've got stowage under the sink. We do have a sink here, and we've also got the port-facing head, so plenty of room in here to do what you need to do, and a mirror and a light, etc, etc, so no worries at all. Lovely. Okay, let's pick you up again. We'll close the door on the heads, and we'll march forwards, and I'll place you down. There we go, you're safe again in the forward cabin. Now, nice large cabin, so as you can see, if I close the door, it's lashed back. The cabin starts here, so we can close the door, and we've got somewhere to get changed in privacy. Even more so if we take away this inlay here, infill here, which then gives us a step or a ledge to sit on. And as you can see, we've got a nice wide berth, quite long I think, and plenty of head height here, so I think you'd probably be okay on the inboards, probably not this side sitting up and reading in bed, but here you may be. We've got two opening windows, we've got the opening hatch, we've got shelving around the port and starboard side and forwards as well, and lots of storage beneath. So yeah, really good cabin for that sea time. If I just open this door, actually here we go, so if I just close that there, you're now private in the cabin with me. I've got somewhere to change, even more room if I get rid of the infill temporarily, and we've got a lovely great big hanging locker here with storage binnacles and hanging clothes pole, etc, etc. So let's close the door on that. That's a very clever little setup. Close it properly, there we go, and I'll pick you up again. And as we go aft, I'll just stop here. I'm not putting the camera down, but just so you can see, we've got another hanging locker here, and as you can see, plenty of room to hang your bits and pieces, your fowlies, your longer garments, and also lots of hooks, etc, etc. So again, lots and lots and lots of stowage. Let's move aft, and we'll complete the tour just in the navigating area. I'll just put you at the top of the table there so you can see. Now all around you, you'll see that if you start at the stern, we've got a nice seat here. We're looking forwards. Lovely, lovely, great big navigation table, otherwise known as the cocktail table these days. A shelf running to port. We've got battery charger. We've got 240 volts. We've got fridge controls. We've got electrical controls. Big cupboard, and all the bits and pieces that you might expect down here to navigate the boat in safety. Though we could do with updating the electronics, like we could do with sanding with the wood, etc, etc. This boat's right for bringing into the here and now, but as she is, she feels like a good solid Westerly ready for a new owner to take her out and give her a really good sailing to that I don't think she's seen for a while. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a quick tour around the cockpit and the interior of this good old Westerly Medway. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see reviews of all different kinds of boats, from the tiniest little fishing boat to the whacking greatest big gin palace that we see in the marina, just go to our YouTube channel, Boatshed Brighton Yacht Brokers. Thanks for watching, have a great day, take care.